Across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game.
Oh.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yep. Huh?
Yards on the game's first play, second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go. You tighten up. Let's go. You tighten up.
The former second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Bengals.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. That play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game.
Flo,
so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
So why you so fucking low, nigga? You nigga really can't hear this man. He really still wants. There you go, bitch. I can hear him now.
Mixon with a first down carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be.
That's the way she gives them her guts.
On the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, it's Conner, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They tossed to Mixon.
Man, I
about
can't.
finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level. Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well. And in this early round, the defense wins.
Right. I got 7-mile-an-hour wind going to the left, but my fucking field goal goes all the way to the right side.
Now,
that makes perfect sense.
September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least
the wind is going left at 7 miles an hour.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield. How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense. 2nd and 11. He's going to launch it for Washington. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted. And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we? We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, an even 90 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone. That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Push him back.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Because that's they big. Again, they got new
the
beds
run only got a
yesterday.
yard. Here's
So why would they
want to
fuck this shit up when they can fuck your shit up?
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw.
Oh, man, I threw that bitch right back to this nigga. Fuck.
Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I really threw that bitch right back to that nigga. I seen that nigga drop down.
The passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very...
Oh, no, we challenging that. Fuck that.
Close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Oh.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Ooh.
And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here,
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That's Franklin.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be met.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So on 4th down,
this bitch just lagged, motherfucker.
He steps into
but
this
I still got to give, Lord have
rocket.
mercy.
And that's what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me,
this is about to get his quarterback dead. You already lost your running back. You running and not sliding with your quarterback now?
You don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll look to throw here. Going down the
he caught that. Good catch. That nigga completed his first pass almost at halftime. He just completed his first pass.
Picking up 15 yards there in a first down.
You're going to see if you complete any passes at all, bitch.
Finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught.
He caught that.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get this.
And he's going to take it for a Steeler touchdown.
Gosh.
Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Footing always a concern, but the extra points have been good. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Jackson airing one out for Boyd.
Oh, he dropped it. Tyler Boyd, you
16
bitch
seconds
nigga.
now on the clock. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Bruh, they gotta fucking stop that.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Oh, my gosh, bro. That's the second time a nigga caught an interception inbounds, and they caught him out.
All right, so the call stands. Tough now. They're out of challenges. Do you like the amount of challenges they have in the NFL?
I do, because I think it brings a little extra strategy into the game about a head coach trying to determine when is the right time to pull the challenge flag, or maybe I let that one pass because I might need it later on in a bigger situation.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, And you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Huh? Wait.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds his running back, Mixon.
That nigga.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win.
Bitch, can't rephrase that. Bitch is over,
You
son.
don't have a guy open, swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it.
That bitch said, I'm
Gain
a
of 5.
teacher.
You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson now. And that is incomplete.
Wow.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
That bitch said, I'm a teacher.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, my God, bro.
How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
First of all, bitch, don't try to take the heat off of you and put it on me, bitch. You
the
the one
line to start their next drive. And on the last
no, I didn't tell you to say you teaching them.
Punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Whatever make you sleep better at night, my nigga. Whatever
just
make you
something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check 50, check 50.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Huh?
2nd and 14. Incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it.
That bitch did a Maryland Manson took out his 3rd and 4th rib, huh?
Punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bengals drive about to get going. If you're a fan of punting, and I know not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You better break. Let me know right now. You better break. Kill check. Check.
Now it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. 49. Check 49.
Play action. Now Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. The toss play to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. To throw is Jackson on 3rd down.
He really dropped it. Come on.
We've seen good cover skills on this play throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Yes. I'm going to miss this one, too. Nah, this one is fucking my shit up, dog.
A foot or so wide to the left. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
That's
so
2
without
field goals
making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
A quick throw complete to Washington. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Here we go. Took the outlaw. I got him.
And a give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations.
Nah, it's 7-7, son. It's just stupid shit.
Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Yes, sir. Good tackle.
This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Exit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
The fucking rain, man. Motherfuckers can't move.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This is Logan, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run with Logan. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
A 42-yard attempt.
God.
And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left.
Roughing the kicker. Oh, God, leave, bruh. Madden, son.
Conversation post.
Fuck, bruh.
Officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag,
God.
but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fucking
Roughing the
ridiculous.
kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He
Do
could make
you
a
ever
man
get
or two
embarrassed
miss,
about
but
the
that
dumb
window
shit you do in
closed
front of
quickly.
people that you don't know?
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there.
You don't want that fixated on him,
Big
bitch.
fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because
Yeah, because
you
you're
can't
fixated
move up
on
to
him,
the next
stupid.
level if you don't take care of him first.
Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Look at this shit.
Lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts.
You got to get 70 body shots.
Because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson.
Wow, right. Oh, let's go ahead.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
No, this is crazy, son. Niggas not...
Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine
Let's go, Tremaine Edmonds. Way to go. Take the lead, baby.
Will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And they were beating me 10-7 and just threw me a pick 6.
Coaches always tell their players someone's
With 2
got to
minutes,
make a
2
big
and a
play,
half.
but
Nah,
what they mean
he was
is a
beating me 10-7.
play.
He just threw me a pick 6 with 2 minutes and a half left in the game.
And we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter. That is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. He'll run it, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the
Marcus Allen, he ain't got no spin on juke moves. Nah.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play
Oh,
in there
definitely
as well.
that was.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure
Mr.
all eyes
Miyagi
are on
of
him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. And
Let's go.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Patrick Surtain with the pick 6.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know.
Bruh! Yeah, dog, this shit is fucking trash, son.
Oh, no, I was a kicker.
Dog, no.
That,
dog, this field goal shit, son. I'm angling that bitch to the right, the wind is going to the left, and that bitch still is not fucking reacting. That shit is stupid, dog. Dog, me and this nigga that missed like 6 field goals in this game.
Now the kick is away.
Yeah.
This is taken at the 3.
No.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And oh my God!
This nigga caught that bitch. Wow.
The Steelers going to use their third
No,
and
you
final
seen this
timeout
catch?
as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the...
Yeah.